Functions in Python are reusable blocks of code that perform specific tasks. They are defined using the def keyword followed by a name and parentheses. Functions make code organized, reduce repetition, and can take inputs and return outputs.
We use the def keyword to define a function and call it by its name followed by parentheses. We define a function called greet using the def keyword. The function contains a single statement that prints hello world. To execute the function, we call it using its name followed by parentheses. Greet. How can we pass information to a function? You want to write a program to define a function that takes a name as input and prints a greeting. You can add parameters inside the parentheses when defining a function to pass data into it. We define a function called greet that takes one parameter, name. Inside the function, we use an f-string to print a personalized greeting. We call the function twice, passing Alice and Bob as arguments, resulting in two different greetings. Now I want to define a function to add two numbers and return the result. I define the function called addNumbers that takes two parameters, a and b. The function uses return statements to send back the sum of a and b. And we call the function with the arguments 5 and 3 and store the results in a variable called results. Finally, we print the result with the label results. Functions can have default parameters. We define a function called greet that takes one parameter, name, with the default value of guest. If no argument is provided when calling the function, the default value is used. We call the function without an argument to print hello guest and with the argument Alice to print hello Alice. Functions can return multiple values. Here we define a function called calculate area and perimeter. The function takes two parameters, length and width. The function calculates the area and perimeter of a rectangle. Using the return statement, we send both values back as a tuple. We call the function with arguments 5 and 3 and unpack the return values into a and p. Finally, we print the area and perimeter with their respective labels. Functions can be used inside loops. Here we define a function called a square that takes one parameter, num. The function returns the square of the input number. Using a for loop, we iterate through the numbers from 1 to 5. In each iteration, we call the square function and print the result with the descriptive label. We can also have recursive functions in Python. A recursive function calls itself to solve a smaller instance of the problem. Here we define a function called factorial that calculates the factorial of a number. If the input is 0 or 1, the function returns 1, base case. Otherwise, the function returns n multiplied by the factorial of n minus 1. This is the recursive case. We call the function with the argument 5 and print the result with the label factorial of 5. This is it. You learned the basics of the Python programming language. See you later.